Hey guys, I'm back. So yes, now for the legit millionth time, we are talking Trisha Paytas today, and I've just been having some video live problems, but I think we're good now because I'm not turning this off. This is what it's going to be. So hopefully the video isn't lagging because I'm done this time. So yeah, let's get into the long crying festivity. And I want it to be really known that I'm not making fun of mental health. I think that this whole video, this Twitter video of Trisha's was extremely performative. Hi, general specifics. At some point, just hit a podcast. Mystery writers. Hey, Melly. So, yeah, let's just get into this. All right.
Please. Please. Ask you. I'm pleading. I texted you and Hila. Please stop. Stop talking about us. I sent a Reddit post. This is workplace.
Okay, so this is already, I wonder what went into Trisha's mind before pressing the record button. You know, you're Trisha, right? And you're sitting here, I am crying right now. Let's get my camera and press the record button. You know, I think this is so performative beyond. And maybe Trisha is having a breakdown. I don't know. But I just think that Trisha was on frenemies. Trisha is on their platform talking about every single YouTube creator out here in these streets, but can't handle a subreddit post or a bunch of posts. Like, Trisha was the same person who told told Charlie D'Amelio that, you know, you're a public figure, and told both of the sisters that, you know, when you're a public figure, that gives people the right to talk about you. So why is it when it comes to Trisha, all of a sudden, it just doesn't apply to them?
This is her being told he's a rapist. My mom is getting the cops called on her. This is something that they know nothing about. People are calling cops. I just begged them to please stop. I stopped. I apologize. I asked what they want.
Okay, here's the thing too. What Trisha is asking Ethan to do is kind of to control the subreddit, but Trisha knows better. Trisha knows that Ethan can't. Okay, you can ask your subscribers to, hey guys, please don't send Trisha any hate. And mind you, Ethan did that in a tweet. I have that later on, but Ethan already did that. Please don't send any hate. Like, what more does Trisha want Ethan to do? I mean, at the end of the day, even if we're subscribed to people, like if I said, hey guys, for those of you who are subscribed to me, please don't hate on Trisha. Like, I can't control you. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, it's insane for Trisha to think that Ethan can control his subscribers. I mean, we're all human beings. Like,
Help me, it's fucking too little too late. I'm like, it's not. It's gonna be too late when you just push. I'm shaking. I am fucking shaking. I don't want to mind.
this is the part where a lot of people were like, if Trisha's shaking, how come the camera isn't shaking? That's what a lot of people were saying. And this isn't funny. The reason why I'm laughing is because I feel like all of this is so performative. I don't think any of this is actually genuine. I believe this is just a way for Trisha to change up the narrative. I don't believe at all that this is actually real, you know? And then for those people who are like, well, you know, mental health is real. I'm not debunking that. Obviously, mental health is real, but I think you don't cry and then turn on the record button, and then after turning on the record button, maybe Trisha didn't watch the video, right? But they still had to then put the memory card into the computer, upload it to YouTube. You know what I mean? They had to go through steps. This video was just not uploaded magically.
I act like everything's okay. are just so much wrong going on right now. They're doing, not only they're not just propaganda, no sympathy, no remorse. This is not random people. This is people they know. It's begging.
Okay, so Trisha's saying right here that it's not random people that are coming for Trisha. It's actually people that Ethan knows. I believe that's what she's stating here. But once again, she's telling Ethan to call off his, like, you know, his crew or whatever. But I think do you see how Trisha is strategically trying to twist the narrative? Instead of just saying, hey, like, the person who I said SA'd me was not arrested, or instead of just addressing the inconsistencies in their story, this is the story Trisha chooses to display.
If someone asked me to stop talking about them, I would stop fucking talking about them.
No. Trisha goes, when someone asks me to stop talking about them, I stop effing talking about them. That's so far from the truth. Bringing back Dixie D'Amelio and Charlie D'Amelio, who was 16 at the time. And I mean, I really don't want to bring James Charles into this, but if we want to say, I'm not defending James Charles, by the way, but I am just saying James Charles asked for Trisha to leave him alone, and that didn't happen either. Once again, not defending James Charles, but just trying to make a point here where Trisha says that when people ask them to stop talking about them, that's exactly what Trisha does. That's what they do. False.
They never reach out to me about any of this. They never once asked me to stop, and now I'm just pleading. And their response is, you don't get to tell us what to do.
You don't. You don't get to tell. Trisha's trying to change the narrative of you can't tell an SA victim on how they should handle their trauma. That's not what Ethan's doing. All Ethan said, guys, was, Trisha, there are some inconsistencies in your story. So can you please just address it, since we did talk about it on Frenemies podcast together? That's all Ethan did. Trisha's acting like Ethan said did the worst, you know? Like, that's exactly what Ethan asked. That's it. Trisha's doing all this because they can't really face the fact that they possibly fibbed about a situation. I'm not saying Trisha hasn't been SA'd, because I wasn't in that classroom. Only Trisha and the person who they are accusing know. But, you know, the stories have changed. The first time it was all the students reported the teacher. The second time it was no one knew, no one believed them. So yeah, like, and then the person who they accuse apparently got arrested, but it's not arrested. But keep in mind, the person's also not here to defend themselves. And keep in mind, Trisha also has a pattern of accusing people who have passed away, like Robin Williams.
I'm fucking having an actual breakdown.
And that's another thing. If you're having a breakdown, where are all the people who are there to support you? You're having this breakdown. Where in the hell is your soon-to-be husband? You're having this breakdown. Go talk to your mom. Go talk to Callie. Go talk to people who love you and care about you. You know, the internet is not the place you go if you're having a breakdown. It's like Trisha is coherent. Trisha is aware of what they're doing. Let me read some of the comments before we get back to this. It's just Trisha, they're aware of what they're doing. So let's read some comments. Daniela, Trisha must not want to talk about them with all the tech issues today. Penny, we're back. Tiger Paw, I honestly do not know what to make of this. Trisha's raising Gila's heart rate so unnecessarily. Melly says, true, and Charlie at the time was just because they didn't like snails or whatever it was that they ate. That's true. Mystery Writer says, you can post up to 3 or more minutes videos on Twitter. They didn't need to post that many. It only proves fake crying. Yeah, like, I don't understand the need. It's like, I get this is their job. This is Trisha's job, you know. It's like when Trisha feels something emotional, it's okay. It's Where's the camera at? Like, let's go grab the camera. I'm feeling like emotionally unstable, so let's show the world how I'm feeling right now. I am very shocked, though, to be honest, that I haven't seen a million of Trisha Paytas videos yet. I really thought they were going to come back with like 4 videos today, but you know what? It's only Tuesday, so the week isn't over. I will be shook. I will be absolutely shook and proud, but shook if Trisha doesn't post a video this week. General specifics. We know he can't control people. Yeah, like, I don't understand what's going through Trisha's mind. Trisha knows that he can't, so this leads me to believe that Trisha's just trying to change the narrative. That's all this makes me believe. I don't believe Trisha even believes he can do anything about it. I believe Trisha's like, let's just change the story. Anything we can do for us to not fixate on the fact that there were some inconsistencies in her story about the teacher essaying her. Dragon Cup says, why does everyone keep saying that? Laugh out loud. If she can act like that, she can get an Oscar. Like, why was her acting so bad in her new vid series then? She can cry from freaking out lots and lots of people. It's not that Trisha can't cry and freak out. To me, I'm pissed off that they're not addressing the big elephant in the room. That's why I'm kind of just weary about this whole thing. They're not addressing the whole Moses situation. Instead, they're saying, like, people are bullying Moses. It's all about them and not really focusing on the people who accuse them or focusing on the people who they've hurt. It's all about how can they protect their side of the story so it makes them look good. Penny Cooper says, Penny Copper. Oh, that makes more sense. Penny Copper. Before frenemies, I didn't watch Trisha, so didn't see the pattern. Seems like they flip out and post breakdowns every time they want people to stop talking about something. Yeah, I do. I believe that. I believe it's just the pattern. I believe everybody on social media is kind of used to this by now. I believe a lot of people who watched the video were definitely not, for probably laughing the whole time, if I'm just being honest. Okay. Tad says, I think Trisha's dealing with their sponsors' ATM damage control. Gab says, Trisha, there's people dying in the world. General specifics, people, please be kind and like this chat for our friend. Oh, thanks. Okay, yeah, let's get back to watching Trisha.
My past! How people are accusing me of lying. They don't believe Moses. They believe all victims except for fucking Trisha. Now, I'm a fucking liar. That took me under time to make a statement.
Trisha, people just want you to address the inconsistencies.
Just letting everything go. I can see that. I'm so conceited. I'm sorry. I said I'm done. I'm so fucking done. It doesn't help me anything. It's that I'm fucking done. I won't ever fucking say shit about anyone. This is life ruining. You are ruining people's lives most.
Okay, once again, the only lives that are being ruined right now, I mean, the teacher is no longer with us, but once again, no one, and I sound like I'm repeating myself here, but I feel like I have to keep saying this. Trisha, no one's trying to ruin your life. You said some things, they were inconsistent, you got called out for it when there was no evidence to support your statement, and now people want you to address it. That's what's going on.
This is work is getting things and he's a fucking rapist.
Okay, well, that's not us. That's Moses' ex-girlfriend who stated that. So you know what you do if you really feel like Moses' ex-girlfriend is fibbing, is lying for clout or whatever. I'm not saying that this is true, but if that's how Trisha feels, then they need to take it up with the court of law with Moses' ex-girlfriend. What the hell does Ethan and Hila can't control shit what people say.
It's fucking crazy with someone who was shown that she's obsessed with me, and I'm just like, I can't. I've done a lot of fucked up shit. I have done so much shit that no one deserves this. If someone asks you to stop talking about it, just stop talking.
Okay, if someone asks you to stop talking about it, just stop talking about it. Do you know how many times people have asked Trisha to stop? She got sent. I think she even got sent. They got sent a letter from Bob Saget, was it? He had told Trisha to stop talking about her. I think it was on a frenemies episode. So Trisha stays talking about people. The hypocrisy is through the roof. Oh goodness.
They won't stop, and it's not because they believe in whatever. It's literally just because they have a hatred. I'm getting it from Ethan Hila, and he's like, this is a private chat. I tried to call him. I said, record the call.
Oh, okay. So Trisha tried to call him, and I guess maybe Ethan didn't pick up because that's Trisha's own fault, because remember, I did a recap when Trisha went on Keemstar's podcast and FaceBank's podcast, Mom's Basement. Trisha leaked that she actually went to Ethan's home and recorded him without his knowledge. Of course, the story has changed after people came for her for saying that was illegal, but Trisha did state that in Keemstar's podcast. So I can understand why Ethan wouldn't want to have a conversation with Trisha. So yeah, I get it.
Distress that I'm in, and you know what they're gonna do? They'll make a whole video about this, put their ads in and their sponsors.
Okay, so what? Trisha has monetized off of so many things. Trisha has monetized off of having a black baby, about saying how they think their ethnicity is now African American because they have discoloration in their skin. Trisha, you've monetized off of so many things. So now we should all hate on Ethan and Hila for monetizing off of your shit, right? That's how it works.
What? What is this for? I don't care if you don't even know who the fuck I am. If they didn't know me at all. I am begging for it to end. This is too fucking much. All of it getting brought up again and just this ex is getting doxxed. His immigration stuff, everything. I can't breathe. Please, I said I would give back every penny I made on frenemies, and I don't mean it. I don't write a check.
Okay, so no one is. Katie. Thank you. Katie says, being an art apologist, rewriting history, having public meltdowns to deflect criticism, and playing victim, Trisha and Gabby should be besties. Right. And they still fail. They still fail to see that they're just alike. Do you see how the only difference is that Gabby's response would be anger. You're a narcissistic abuser. That's Gabby Hanna. Trisha, they both change the narratives, but Trisha does it in a way to where they're crying, on camera. They're both the same. They just, I don't know, act out differently. I don't know, but you know what I mean. What else are you guys saying? Okay, so Gab says they're twins. Lee's girl needs some man a van. Kaya says being manic does not necessarily mean you're on top of the world. It means your reaction to energy is higher and over the top. Why bring up money? That's what I'm saying, Daniela. No one's talking about money. The only person's talking about money, even that damn 5%. The only person who has ever talked about money is Trisha Paytas. I'll give you money. No one's asking for your money. They probably don't. They don't even need your money. That's the thing. When I say change the narrative, Trisha couldn't change this narrative. So it's not about money. People just want you to address. Ethan didn't even accuse her of lying. Ethan just said, address the inconsistencies. And this is what this brought us, a crying video, asking to stop because there was some inconsistencies. Like, it's like, it dawns on me how Trisha can talk to people like they're adults. You're an adult, act like one, you know? And this, mind you, if this was actually a breakdown that I believed happened, I probably would be saying something differently here. But I just don't believe this is a breakdown because I feel like, you know, like I said earlier, there's so many steps that goes into posting up a video. I just don't buy it. You feel like you're having a mental breakdown. You feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Here's what not to do. You don't press the damn record button. That's what you don't do.
I've never felt this because they don't care about the truth. They don't want to believe anything that we say. They don't care. They literally don't care.
They care about the truth. That's why they're asking you to address it. That, you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Sorry if I'm yelling at you guys. I'm not yelling at you guys. This is the changing up the story here. Ethan says, I do not believe, we're going to get into what Ethan says later, but he does state that he does not believe Trisha would lie about something like this. All he asked is for her to address the inconsistencies in her story. Damn, and she knows that. They know that. Okay. Cecilia says if they can't breathe, she should call 911, not be on Twitter. Thank you, Cecilia. Facts. If you can't breathe, the first thing you don't do, like, listen, guys, I've uploaded so many videos, right? And there are some videos that will never see the light of day on YouTube. And it's just videos of me going off on some YouTubers. And I'm like, should I upload this? Nah, that's okay. I got it out of my system. So, but there's a process that goes into that. You just don't upload a video. This is what they do. They said Trisha said that they were going to upload this and they were going to just not be on social media for a bit. I mean, I'd be surprised. Like I said, we'll see how the week goes. I highly doubt if Trisha does not upload a video, I will be actually proud, but I highly doubt that's going to happen, you know. Let's see.
Care that just want, it's just crazy. They said it's too little too late. I said it's not. I'm calling the truth. I'm asking for it to stop. Fucking stop. All of this starts from their H3 subreddit. They can control and monitor.
All the stuff from their H3 Reddit they control. Stop it. They can't control what people say. Like, Trisha, you can't control what I say. You can't control what anyone say. All you can control is your statement, you addressing what happened. That's what you can control.
They're posting stuff about me. My dad, just stop, please. Fucking stop. Saying shame on you both. I was fucking molested, and everyone is reminding me of that person's name and telling me to apologize. Oh my god, this person, oh my god, just falsely accused of me, saying shame. Shame on what? Is it believe all victims or believe all victims except for Trish?
Okay, so this can go either way. Like, once again, Ethan didn't state, Trisha, that he didn't believe you. And Trisha, you know that there was an inconsistency. So instead of addressing, oh, well, you know what? Maybe he didn't get arrested. You're changing this whole thing into, they're asking me to lie to the person, to apologize to the person who I said. Mind you, Trisha can't do that. But I guess apologize to his family. But she's just taking this way out of proportion. Like, you guys know what's up. She's lying.
Trish, like, make up your fucking mind. Oh my god. I'm so inside myself. How no one can have compassion.
No one's saying that. This is what I don't have compassion for. I don't have compassion for you sitting here and you're just, You're being performative. You're being an actress. You're sitting here. You can't breathe. You're having a meltdown. Why are we pressing the record button? Why do we see where that thumb is at? It's at the record button. What your face is talking to a camera lens. That's what your face is doing right now. Okay, if you're having I get now, I'm not saying that people can't have mental breakdowns on camera. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying Trisha, there's people, and then there's Trisha Paytas. This is what Trisha does. Trisha has experience with sitting on their kitchen floor and crying. I mean, let's read some comments. Keisha James, also, it's believed all victims unless they're your fiance's alleged victims, I guess, Trisha. Right? We about to get into that Moses mess. We're about to read Moses' ex-girlfriend. According to Moses, that's not his ex-girlfriend, but we're about to read Moses' ex-girlfriend Q&As. But yeah, let's get through this. Very least, apologize for accusing him of being arrested for CP. That's what I'm saying, Melly Daisy. At least apologize for that. But instead, they want to make it about, I can't believe I'm in a meltdown. And it's like, that's not what people are saying. That's not what... XOXO says, her once a year screaming like the viral screaming goats got me. Oh my goodness. Lenore Bunny says, her face should be talking to a therapist. You should have an established relationship with one so you can go to them in these times if you want to get better. I don't know if they do. I know Trisha stated that she goes to therapy like 4 times a week or whatever. And I just think, I don't know. I don't know what goes on in the therapy sessions.
No one, and it's just for a random human being, another random human being, for someone that they're their family and they've known. Oh my God, where's the fucking compassion?
The compassion. I bet you all of Trisha's haters, I bet you like Charlie D'Amelio Dixie. You know who I bet, mind you, I'm not defending James Charles, but you know who I bet is laughing at this right now? I bet you James Charles is sitting somewhere with a big flat screen TV in his house and is just laughing at this whole thing. I bet you that's what he's doing.
I fucking stop. I'm just pleading for this to all end. Just begging. Because
I think this is fake. I honestly believe this is fake. Like, oh my goodness. I think this is fake.
The situation escalates and gets worse in any sense of the meaning of that. I just want people to know you could everyone at H3 to stop. Because it is too much.
Okay, you know what, though? I do have a question about H3, though. I wonder, what do the other employees think, Because I know they didn't even want Trisha to be on H3 to begin with because of this very reason. But I wonder, behind the scenes, do they feel guilty? I wonder just their feelings on this. Because there's Ethan, and then there's H3. And keep in mind, they're not going to really state... How much can they really say to the person who's paying their bills, So I really want to know when they're at home with their girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, how they truly feel about this. That's what I want to know.
It's too much. I get it. I'll grab this all of myself, fine. But it's too much. I don't care if you think I'm acting or whatever.
So why would Trisha say that? I don't care if anyone thinks I'm acting or whatever. Every time someone says something like that, I don't care if you think I'm acting or whatever. So Trisha already knew people were going to think that this was all an act. Is it because it is?
Straight up bullying and begging to stop. And they have the power to it. Just... It's literally too much. It's too late, but it's not too late yet. It's gonna go too far. It's gonna go too fucking far.
No, it's not. Not if you just address the inconsistencies in your story. That's it. You're trying to make it go too far. I mean, this whole family situation has gone too far, if you ask me. I think their asses all need to sit down and seek therapy. I think all of them need to just sit down, and it's going to be like a month of therapy. well, okay, let me, more than a month, but like, just sit down and talk, because I don't see how anyone's going to be happy in that family with Trisha. And I think the only way that can be resolved is if Trisha sits down, because the common denominator is Gabby, right? But the common denominator in all this is Trisha. I think, because from my understanding, things were going okay. I know Moses' ex-girlfriend said Moses doesn't even like his family, apparently, something like that. But I don't know. I think a lot of this stems from Trisha, and Trisha's so impulsive. So there's that. Hey, Katie, thanks. Katie says, this is giving me the same vibes as Shane Dawson yelling, "I was M'd" at Tati Westbrook on Instagram Live after her exposed video. Right? I remember. Oh my God, that was so crazy how, you guys know what Katie's talking about, when Shane Dawson was on Instagram Live. He was like, oh my God, she's manipulating people. Oh my God. No, I was the one that was M'd. I was, like, yeah, definitely. That's exactly what this gives. Facts.
I'm fucking scared of that. I'm fucking so scared of it.
If you're so scared of it, Trisha, get the heck off social media. I mean, she did that. They did that. They are off social media. But listen, if I'm crying, if I'm upset like this, I'm about to call up my friend. I'm about to go 2 floors upstairs and go to my mom's room. I'm about to do something. What I'm not about to do is sit here. Maybe I'll share the story with you guys later of what's been going on and all that jazz, but I'm not going to sit and be like crying and have a meltdown knowing that people are already going to judge me for this situation. That's not what I'm going to do.
This is just me being desperate. I'm fucking desperate. Just please stop. For everyone's sake, it's not them. I went straight to that. This is the first time we ever talked since any of this happened. I haven't heard from Ethan and Hila for any of this. And I went to them, like, pleading. And their reaction was like, no, it's too little, too late.
Well, yeah, you went on. Like, it's more than, I know people are like, oh, do you really think it has anything to do with Keemstar's podcast? I think it has. I think all of it. I think Trisha accused, depending on who you ask, Trisha accused Ethan of SA or SH. And so I think just all of this, is coming out. I think right now, Ethan and Hila really don't give 2 shits about Trisha right now, because there's just so much that has happened, and they need to talk this out through therapy. Forget the public's opinion, forget my opinion for sure, but they need to talk it out, because all of it is just building and building. None of this is going to go away. What if Trisha and what's his name, Moses, they have a kid? You ever think his kid's gonna see Ethan and Hila's kid? Probably not. I think there's just so much going on, and it's like, it's too much. This is just too much for family stuff. I mean, I have family drama going on in my own life, and I never bring it to the internet like this. This is just insane.
We don't get to decide anymore what we. It's like, I'm just asking. I'm not telling anyone to do. I'm sincerely asking at like a breaking point. I tried to call privately, I tried to text privately, and I shared those texts because Ethan was like, I'm gonna share this. I didn't know. I take ownership. Doing frenemies was the worst mistake. Talking shit about anyone on the internet. I fucking am so sorry, because it is life damaging. It's life ruining. I'm pleading. I just wish it was like a 1 ounce of sympathy, remorse, or something. I just don't want this to escalate more. I'm not sharing this anywhere else.
I wonder if the reason why Ethan took the break is because he thought that Trisha might, upload videos all week and wanted his crew, because, people probably are going to go after his crew. And I wonder if that's why they took the break. Like, hey, I feel like this week is going to be hell, so let's just take a break while Trisha posts all these videos and whatever, and then we'll be back next week. I wonder if that was the discussion they all had.
I can't monetize Twitter. There's no sponsor, there's no ads. I just want this out there. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for me. I'm just so bleeding. I'm just so bleeding.
Stop recording.
This is a drama. This is my real life. Moses is real life. My mom, my father. They see it. It's all the stuff. I screenshot all of it.
What? You can't control what people are saying. That's why Trisha's not stupid. You can't control, like, let me get out of this real quick. Hold on. Trisha can't control what people are saying. Like, and they know that. It just frustrates me that Trisha thinks the only thing that Trisha wants to go away is Ethan or people holding her accountable for what Trisha volunteered to us. You know, that's the only thing she wants to go away are the questions. That's what I want to go away. I want, me to say whatever I want about people, but you can't question me. Oh no, there's some inconsistencies in my story. Well, don't question me. No, I want that to go away. While keep, accusing people, Robin Williams and this person and that person of doing this and that to her. It makes you question Trisha's whole entire, her story. It makes you question everything. Let's read some comments. Lex Z. So gross how she's talking like her nose is stuffed from crying. Nadine. She can stop all of this by addressing the situation. That's what I'm saying. Trisha's acting like someone's holding something to her neck. Like, just... If she needed some time to talk to her therapist, talk to whoever, her support system, do that. But it's Trisha's responsibility. You put something out there into the universe, okay? You accuse someone of doing something. I mean, even... I was going to say something about Keemstar, but I'm not going to defend him. But, Trisha put this out here in the universe, and I think that... Just take accountability, responsibility, like you preached about on frenemies. I don't care if you regret doing frenemies. So what? It's the content is out there, okay? And Trisha can't take the heat. They can't take accountability. God forbid, one will never. I feel like, Trisha's sitting at home. Here's what I think Trisha's doing. They're sitting at home. They're talking to the lawyers. They're saying, what can I say that's not going to incriminate myself to the public? That's one thing they're doing. The second thing Trisha's doing is trying to figure out this whole Moses thing, because I know Trisha wants to just get married, have the family, the white picket fence, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure Trisha's sitting at home thinking, how can they overcome that scandal as well? Tad says... Ethan and company are a great rock and Trisha, and it is the best action to take. Rohit, that 5% really put her in the bank account. What a meltdown, dude. Renee, people just need to start minding their own business and leave everyone alone. If it's not your life, then it shouldn't affect you. There is too much hate in the world. Trisha's the one who put it out there. It's like, we wouldn't know that Trisha was SA'd, by this teacher, or allegedly SA'd by this teacher, if Trisha didn't tell us, if Trisha didn't make TikToks about it, if Trisha didn't make videos sexualizing on teachers. We wouldn't know this. Trisha voluntarily gave us this information, and a lot of people believed Trisha. We're so sorry, Trisha, you went through this. We're so sorry. Like, oh my goodness, he got arrested. Come to find out there's not a goddamn record of him being arrested. So yeah, I do think once you put something out there in the public's eye, and Trisha didn't just put it out there, but monetized off of this shit, yes. Public people like myself, yes, we can have opinions about this, Trisha voluntarily put it out there. AP says, have you seen the TikTok of a guy crying to his girl when he got caught cheating? Same energy. I haven't. I'm really not on TikTok, guys. I'm not really a TikTok person. I'm still a little butthurt as a trans person when she was like, I'm trans. Wait, no, I'm not. Yup. Rev. Raven, M. Crow. She straight up said she was African American. She's offended everybody. It doesn't make it any better. I'm laughing because I remember the day where I saw the video where Trisha's like, I'm changing my ethnicity. She goes, my friends say I have really like dark black oily eyelids, so that makes me African American. My friend says I have some discoloration right here, so that makes me African American. My friend says I have this thick big figure right here, so that makes me African. Yeah, I feel you. Farrah's big toe. Leave Trisha alone. Elle says, mystery writers, not a Trisha stan in here. Well, Farrah, big toe, you probably just want to get out of this chat room because I'm not going to really go anywhere. Light speed away, all because she went on Keemstar. Bet she wishes she would take that back. Alice says, yes, Trisha put all the info out there. People just compared it and noticed the discrepancies. Why is the blaming others? That's what I'm saying. People are just noticing what they put out. So Chalise Justice teacher, but all she said was blah blah blah. All right. General Specific says, wait, they said they were black. Seriously? Yes. The video is still up. It is still up. I think it's actually getting ads too. It's still up. Like, I checked. The damn video is still up. Anyways, let's get back to Trisha.
It's so fucking scary.
All right. Trisha says it's scary, guys, but yet she recorded it, pressed the record button, and all that jazz. Now let's read what Ethan wrote. So Ethan wrote, it has come to my attention that Trisha, in episode 17 of Frenemies, called out a teacher by name and accused him of her during school. She claimed the teacher was arrested and served time for possession of child P. She also claimed that someone else had come forward to say he M'd them as well. Upon further review, these claims seem to contradict available evidence. Because of the nature of these claims against this specific teacher and the stress it's causing to his family, I have decided to unlist the episode for now until Trisha can better illuminate the situation. I want to emphasize that I do not believe this is the part where Trisha needs to like press record on. And there could be an argument that Ethan just wrote this in here to sound political and he actually doesn't mean what he's saying, but he did write it in here. He said, I want to emphasize that I do not believe Trisha would lie about something like this. So I want to give her the opportunity to clarify. You know, I wish that would play on in Trisha's head. But in the meantime, because the teacher has passed on and cannot defend himself, I feel obligated to remove it for now. I felt like that was politically correct. Regardless of what Ethan actually believes at home with Hila, this was a really good statement. You know, Trisha has done so many things like to hurt Ethan. Let's be real. She only won on Keemstar's podcast to hurt Ethan. If you had to ask me, what can Trisha do to really get under Ethan's skin? That's to do any type of collaboration with Keemstar, the person who he dislikes on social media the most. So I thought this was pretty well, like, you know, a nice statement. He didn't accuse Trisha of anything. All he stated was that, Trisha, please address the inconsistencies in your story. Period. Now, Then Trisha, you remember when Trisha in her video was like, they're just sending so much hate. Ethan also wrote, please, for the sake of Hila and I, do not harass anyone involved. While the accusations are extremely serious and emotions are understandably high, we still need to observe common decency and not mob people with hate. Now, could Ethan at home just be laughing while he's writing this? Of course. But at least it's out there that's what he doesn't want. I mean, we don't really know what the hell he wants, but at least it's out there. If you ask me, I personally believe, yes, Ethan definitely cares about the victim, but I also believe that this is definitely a kick it to Trisha as well. I think that, Trisha has hurt him, so this is like, you can't tell me he's not sitting at home and a little part of him, just a little part of him is not enjoying this a little bit. Come on. So, I do believe that. Let's read some comments. Laugh my ass off at Trisha stands, not surprisingly delusional. Leave Trisha alone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is absolutely not him saying it's not true. He's just playing it safe. Yeah, the gay cryptid. I definitely... Yeah, Ethan's probably just keeping it safe. Like, let's be real. Like, Trisha purposely wanted to hurt Ethan, and now and I'm not saying Ethan is doing this to hurt Trisha, but what I am saying is not just a little part of Ethan isn't just at home enjoying this. Like, come on. Maybe he took the whole week off to enjoy this. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, there's not one part internally of him enjoying this. I don't buy that. Whoops. Skipped too fast. Okay. Now, this was the text message that Trisha was texting Ethan. So Trisha goes, I am begging and pleasuring for the last time to never mention me in passing again. One, that's an unfair statement because Ethan and Hila can talk about whomever they want, just like how Trisha, the long-lasting, Enemies podcast that they had going on for a bit. Trisha felt the need that they could talk about anyone. They felt like they could talk about anyone. So why is it now? It's like that Gabby. This is where the whole Gabby Hanna and Trisha Paytas, there's similarities. Because Gabby Hanna can sit there and talk all this crap when it comes to Jesse, but, God forbid Jesse ever said anything about Gabby, And the same thing applies here. Trisha can go on and off talking about whoever their heart desires, but when it's time for when people want to come for her, all of a sudden, it's like, oh no, oh my gosh, people are talking about me, please stop, just stop it. And what this is telling me is that Trisha's guilty. This is telling me that because the fact that Trisha can't address this without... Trisha, why did you say this person was arrested when they're not? That's what I want to know. That's what everyone wants to know. Why? We're not saying the essay didn't happen. We just want to know why. That's it. Why? And why did the stories change? So, anyways. Then Trisha goes, I was emmed as a child and the family had no idea. And now they are getting harassed because you guys are allowing the subreddit to post his name. They're not allowing anything. People can do what they want. This idea that Ethan and Hila have control over right now, there's Trisha stands in this chat room. I don't have control over, I guess technically I can just delete them or something, but I'm not. It's whatever. You know what I mean? That's just part of social media. Duh. All right, let's continue. I'm happy the frenemies was taken down. I was told inaccurate information as I often misspoke on situations that I just believed without researching. Is that code for, I made this shit up for views? Is that what the code is for? I had reported this as a teenager, there are reports of it. Now, this is the part where a lot of people are like, well, where are the reports? There's no evidence to really support Trisha's statement. Once again, I cannot tell you if Trisha has been SA'd or not. But what I can state is that people are saying there is no evidence to support Trisha's story about Trisha reporting it. Every single time you guys make jabs at me, the hate riles up. Well, Trisha, every single time Trisha talks about people all the time. Her job is an online troll. That's what they do. So it's once again, it's like this one way thing where Trisha can say what she wants to people, but they're not allowed to say anything about her. Omega 32, thank you. Trisha is a pathological liar. Exactly. That's the job. That's the job. There's a job. Trisha is a pathological liar / troll. That is their job. That is what they do online. That's how they've been making money for years. And that's how they're going to continue making money, it seems like. Trisha goes on to say, they have doxed Moses' ex-wives. They are tweeting to Morlay's dance company that okay, so who's doxing who? In the same sentence that Trisha talks about doxing, Trisha then doxes where Moses works. Clearly, Trisha doesn't even care what Trisha's saying, okay? She doesn't even care what they're saying. They don't even care what they're saying. There we go. And then Trisha goes, you don't get to tell me what I need to talk about. I've talked with his family. They were unaware of the report I made as a child. They wanted to go away. You do not get to tell me how I handle my SA. Ethan goes, this is FYI, not a private chat, so don't assume you have rights of privacy, and I will share these screenshots if necessary. Trisha's like, whoa, I'm pleading for you to just stop. Like, why? Trisha has shared everything. So I guess, and mind you, the big joke is that, isn't Trisha the one who shared it first? So, Trisha's the one who shared it first. So, okay. And then Trisha goes, I'm asking, like, effing please, Ethan. And you would do if you actually cared about victims, you hypocrite. Shame on you. Shame on both of you. I'm so trembling with anger and disgust, shame and sadness. What? People lie. People do. This is not a random case. This is someone you know. What? Trisha, even in this chat right here, in what seems like the Discord or whatever, even here, Trisha can't even just explain the inconsistencies. Trisha didn't even explain it. Trisha said that they reported it, but what about the arrest? Trisha doesn't even state it here. It's just a simple, hey, honestly, guys, it's just a simple tweet. Hey, this is what happened, or I apologize, or, it's just something. But Trisha can't even own that, because the moment Trisha takes responsibility for this fib, then all the other accusations that Trisha has stated in the past, they're going to be questioned. People are going to be raising their eyebrows. And that's what this all is. Trisha goes, you can hate us. I owe you nothing. That's true. Ethan owes Trisha absolutely nothing. Fine. Oh my God. Okay. Shame on you both. Shame. Oh, so now this is the video. This is what's troubling to me. Trisha, I'm not saying Trisha has not been essayed, but this is what's troubling to so many viewers, okay? Trisha then makes a video at some point of them seducing or wanting to seduce a teacher, okay? So let's just watch this. Like, this was a video that all Trisha right here wanting to seduce a teacher. And it's kind of like, what's going on here, Yeah. So isn't that troubling a bit? You know, it's kind of troubling that Trisha right here. And I want to state again that I'm not saying Trisha has not been SA'd, but it's just, you wonder where her mind's at. This almost gives me Eminem vibes when Eminem kept talking about his mom, so all he did was rap about his mom. So that's what this gives me. It just... Let's see. Let's read some comments. I can't believe Trisha's yelling about believing victims, and then turns around and calls Moses' victims a liar. Oh, gosh. No Name says, some people think that if Trisha apologizes and admits she lied, the family could sue. Oh, that's true, because that would be like defamation. Oh, that's what I'm saying. At some point in this live, I did state that I feel like the reason why Trisha's quiet is because she is sitting at home with a lawyer, I'm sure, trying to figure out how she can respond to all of this without incriminating herself or incriminating themselves. So that's true. Yeah. Alice says Trisha chased ex-Jason with a... Should I read this? Yes. Trisha chased ex-Jason with a knife, ran over his house with her car while his kids were inside. She punched Moses. I'm worried for the safety of Ethan and Gila. Oh shit, those are facts. Guys, there was you Trisha stans, go watch. I made this video of everything wrong about Trisha Paytas and why she should not be canceled. I put a whole month's work into that video, and it was a deep dive video. It was one of those videos I actually took the time and edited and everything, and I'm regretting that video, but you guys will like that video, so go watch that. Let's read some other comments. Rohit says Trisha beats her man. It's not funny. No, it's just the way how you're like looking. You have the emoji. No, Trisha. So with that, what happened was Trisha, that was something that happened. I don't really bring that up because, you know, Moses said that he forgave Trisha for that action. And Trisha seemed very apologetic, and, you know, it's sad, it's unfortunate it happened, but both of the individuals forgive each other for that, so there was no need for me to really talk about that, you know? So. Let's read some other comments. Trish should be like, why is this happening to me? In an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. You lie. That's funny. I'm gonna read one more comment. One more. Yeah, it's so sad. I'm so angry about that. And Amber. Oh, you mean Johnny Depp? All right. Now we're going to talk about the whole Moses scandal. Okay, so you Trisha stans can be like, oh, leave Moses alone too, right? Well, we'll see. All right, so Moses' ex-girlfriend, but according to Moses, Moses' ex-girlfriend was never his ex-girlfriend. So let's read some Q&As. What did Moses say to you when you found out that he was talking to Trisha or to Trish? So according to Daphne says, which was Moses' ex-girlfriend. Sorry. It's just water I've been drinking. Okay, so Daphne responds, he told me it was a joke for the podcast when they were doing The Bachelorette. He said Ethan told him to message her as a gag. He kept reassuring me it was all for entertainment. Now, I believe this. I think when Trisha and Moses got together, I don't believe that they thought this whole thing was serious. I believe Trisha, because Trisha likes to go on podcasts, reality shows. So I don't think that, I believe in the very beginning they all thought, oh, this is just a joke for whatever. Okay. The next question that Daphne answers is, were you talking? What is up with these typos? Okay, were you talking to Moses when he reached out to Trisha? We were dating and I found out he was cheating with her through fans sending me her OF content with him. Interesting. I wonder what I don't wonder. Moses claims that basically Daphne's a liar. That's what Moses claims. So. All right. When was the last time you spoke to Moses? Probably in April of 2020. Been thriving since. Moses using Trisha. Laugh out loud, never forget. Trisha, okay. And you tell me, someone living in Inglewood now lives in a mansion and all he had to do was betray everyone he loved. Not to be Moses' pockets, but I don't know. I feel like, couldn't Moses, I guess maybe Moses and Ela don't have the best relationship because, I don't know. Like, do you guys think Moses is using Trisha? Because at first, for the longest, remember how so many of us felt bad for Moses because we were all in this mindset of, oh my gosh, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And now it's like, do you think that Moses is there for Trisha or is he there for something else? That's a question. So Greenie says, Moses nasty, ex lied on Moses because she's in love with Trisha. Okay. Ex kiss my swag. At some point, we have to stop blaming mental health for all of our problems, though. Mental health is the reason, not the excuse. Like, and when I say that, I just mean, yes, we can blame mental health on this, that, and the other, but at what point are we going to get help? And if it's so severe, Trisha, they are surrounded by people who love them, support them. So you would think like their family at some point would chime in, because I don't know what the hell Trisha has. I don't know, how would I know? Right. But what I do know is that Trisha and Gabby Hanna, actually. This is why the similarities again. Trisha Paytas and Gabby Hanna, they use their mental health as an excuse. So, there's that. If Moses could get deported... Okay, so Mystery Writer says, if Moses could get deported, he is with them for citizen... Let's keep reading. All right. Okay, so the question, do you think Moses is marrying Trisha for her money? Daphne responds, y'all ask the same question like you don't know the answer already. You're smart. What do you think? You know what I also kind of wonder here? Not to go against Daphne. Oh my goodness. Water. What I think is... I wonder if Daphne still likes Moses, has something for Moses. Because I'm being in Daphne's shoes for a moment. And I wonder, like... I'm trying to say this so I don't get, like... Daphne accused Moses of SA. And the SA Daphne's talking about is stealthing. And that's when... during intimacy, Moses would take off his protection without Daphne's knowledge, I guess, until afterwards. So that's what Daphne's talking about. And, you know, I wonder if Daphne, one, if this situation did happen, because I know, like, believe all victims, but we don't live in a perfect world where people don't lie, okay? We don't live in a perfect world. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe Daphne, but I am saying that I do hope that if there is some, I don't think it's illegal. I know it's illegal in Canada, but I don't know if it's legal here. Either way, I wonder if Daphne's taking any actions after this. That's what I wonder. Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, why did Daphne come out about this now? And you can't really tell a victim when they can come out about a specific thing. Mind you, keep in mind, that's what Trisha was trying to play in that video. You can't tell me how to handle my essay. You know, they're trying to play into that role there, but what people are asking from Trisha is to answer the inconsistencies in your story, not really trying to tell her how to handle her essay, you know? But I do wonder with Daphne, what Daphne's doing about that. The next question, do you think has ever cared for Trisha? Do you think Moses has ever cared for Trisha? I thought no back when we were a thing, but now I don't know. But I'm in love with her. Why? Where are the typos? What is going on with these typos? So someone asked Daphne, do you think Moses has ever cared for Trisha? And Daphne responds, I thought no back then when we were a thing, but now I don't know. But in love with her money? Yep. So, yeah. Daphne thinks that Moses, she'd take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling. Well, I guess, you know, the opposite. You know what I mean. Friend indeed. Oh, he's a gold digger. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. Okay. People are nosy. Is Moses rich? All Trisha stands keep saying he's wealthy. I don't know where this rumor came from, but absolutely not. He's not poor, but not wealthy. Okay. Yeah, people are kind of wondering because Trisha and Moses bought that $3 million home. People are wondering, yes, Moses' name is on the house, just like Trisha's name is on the house, but they're wondering who really bought the home, who's paying for the mortgage, all that jazz. Are you a H3 fan? What are your thoughts on Ethan and Gila? Ooh, this is good. I'd like to know what Daphne thinks of Ethan and Gila. Daphne goes, I was. Moses would lie to me about things H3 was saying and told me that they were talking shit about me. I believed him at the time and felt betrayed by them for a little bit, but I realized now that they were innocent, that they were an innocent party in this just as I was. Interesting. It makes me want to know more about Moses. You know, Trisha does state that Daphne is obsessed with Trisha. That's what Trisha states. Trisha says that Daphne is basically lying and Daphne is obsessed with Trisha. That's what Trisha states. Let's read some comments. Kirkland says, I think Trisha paid most of it. Tatiana says, Moses and Trisha have entered the chat. What does Moses do for a living? From my understanding, Moses builds furniture for a living. Yeah. XOXO says, every single time I read XOXO, I always want to be like, XOXO, Gossip Girl. Oh, hey, Jennifer, thank you. Make you a mod. How do I make you a mod? I don't know how to do that, Jennifer. Isabel Hernandez says, it sounds like he isolates people and makes them feel like they can only be around him. That is textbook abusive behavior. Moses is rich. So guys, next time I'll figure out about how the mods thing work, because I don't really know how that works, if I'm being honest. Let's get out of this for a second. Okay. Cancel the mods. I have haters in here. Let's see. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can like block some of these people. Block some of the haters. Trying to block some of these haters. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. Next time I'll learn how to block the haters because I'm still new to the whole live thing. Kind of, sort of. But I never really learned how to block the haters. But I will learn that for the next live. I'm so sorry if people are getting like harassed in any kind of way on this live. But I will definitely educate myself for the next time. Let's get back to it. Has Moses talked shit about any crew members other than Dan? Not that I remember. He would go in on Dan specifically. Oh, I guess Dan is the H3 dude. Did Moses ever talk shit about Gila to you? Not really. The main thing he said about them is that they're super unorganized when it comes to the podcast and that things just kind of come together last minute. Okay. Do you think ruining the family has always been his plan, even before Trisha? Daphne answers, oh, absolutely. He even told me I need to move far, far away from my parents. I don't think it's his family issue. It's more than that. He has an issue with families in general. This was interesting because I remember watching an episode of Frenemies, and Moses was saying how he wanted to have like 2 kids or something like that. And it was very interesting for me to see that Daphne was saying how he has an issue with family. It makes me wonder his relationship with Gila. Were they ever close, you know? Obviously, they're not now. I always thought for the longest it's been like just Trisha was the person separating Moses from Gila and Ethan, but you know, lately from what I've been reading, especially from Ethan, that he really dislikes Moses. So that's really interesting. Had no idea. And that's that. Okay. Mystery Writer says, as I said last live stream, Moses is the common denominator. I don't know. I kind of think it's Trisha. I don't know. I kind of think it's Trisha. Mariah says that Trisha is the most vile, manipulative human. This last breakdown was so fake. You could tell she was trying to force herself to cry. I just want to know what the lawyers are telling Trisha at home right now. Are they like, this is what you can say, Trisha? Well, or maybe it's just best to not address this and move on because you may incriminate yourself and they could sue or something, you know? So, yeah. Right, but if you like Trisha, she's been supporting about all the things. Yeah. Yeah. I think Trisha, I think it's funny how, remember at the end of the crying ranty video, Trisha's like, oh my gosh, you know, I regret doing frenemies. I regret talking about people. And I think once again, that's all trying to cover from the fact that, oh my gosh, I have to take accountability now and I don't want to. So guys, I regret doing this. I regret it all. I regret it, you know? So that's what I think what's going on. But, you know, we'll see what happens. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know, do you guys want me to talk about in tomorrow's live? I can either talk about the mom who exploited her kid, but she also deleted her YouTube channel. So there's that. And there was the mom who exploited her kid, and then I forgot there was Keemstar. I don't know. I'm currently working on this deep dive for Keemstar, so I don't know if I want to talk about Keemstar actually. But Jasmine, why are these haters here? Oh my gosh. But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know if you want me to, or let me know who you'd like me to talk about next in the live. I'm leaning towards the lady who exploited her kids for views. So yeah, and guys, Britney Spears deleted her Instagram, so I want to know what that's about too. Holly, baby, hey girl, I haven't been caught up your stream for a minute. I love Trish for being full stream herself, but H3 treated her so well. Right? Thank you. Holly, oh baby, thanks. With Trisha, the thing is listen, I already knew how problematic Trisha was, and for Ethan, I think that you know what pisses me off? A lot of people are like, Ethan didn't really know how problematic, you know, Trisha was, and I would have to disagree, but I think Ethan really wanted to believe in Trisha, you know what I mean? And Trisha disappointed all the way through. Like, it was amazing to me how much Ethan, like, I don't want to say like tolerated Trisha, but it was amazing to me how he was able to, I don't want to say handle, what's the right word, but you know, not handled, not tolerated, but was able to just, there were things to where Trisha would try to get on Ethan's nerves about, and Ethan was still just like a champ. And I was like, wow, you know, I couldn't be able to do that as a person, you know, I just couldn't. So and I honestly thought after this last fight that they would, you know, mend things and they'd be back doing frenemies, because frenemies was the big thing. Frenemies was the podcast that everyone watched. So it was so interesting to see that it's absolutely over. But yeah. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, thank you, Holly, oh baby. Did I say it right the second time? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're the hello, this is my first time in this channel. Laugh out loud, it's so funny. I love Trisha. Now I harassed her. Holly, oh baby, absolutely. Ethan really tried to understand her, right? Ethan did try to understand her. Facts. But I don't know. I think at this point they all need therapy. All of them need therapy. You harassed Trisha on this live, reported. Okay, if you say so. Here's how it works. Trisha stands out there. Here's how it works. When an influencer a YouTube creator, they put out a video. Not only do they put out content or video, but then they monetize off of it. So when that happens, fair use, it's my right. I'm not doing anything illegal here. So feel free to send up all the reports as you will. But I'm doing absolutely nothing wrong, because the public is allowed to have an opinion when someone does that. So this isn't harassing. This isn't, this is simply having a conversation. That's what this channel is, having an honest conversation. So, and I know a lot of people, they want, and a part of me, like, I knew that there could have been mods and stuff. I don't know how that works as far as like deleting people, but a part of me is like, how honest can the conversation be if like I don't want to sit there and also delete people who disagree with me too, but at the same time, I don't want people also harassing other people as well. That's not okay. So I'll try to figure that out, but they should have brought in Dr. Drew again. Yeah, they should have brought in Dr. Drew. But yeah, I want to know what Dr. Drew thinks at home. I feel like what he says in public to Trisha is not really, he really be thinking sometimes. That's my opinion. But yeah, my kindergartners are smart. My kindergartners are smarter than Trish stands in this chat. Oh my gosh. I think it's the gay cryptid says, I think it's because when Ethan said it's not coming back, Trisha almost had permission to retaliate, and it just was the nail in the coffin. I know. I honestly believe Trisha thought that Ethan would put up with their shit. And then when Trisha was like regretting I believe Trisha regretted quitting Frenemies. I do believe that. And I believe Trisha retaliated because of that. So I do believe that happened. But yeah. But, all right, guys. Let me know if you guys care to talk about the child who, not the child, oh my goodness, the mom who exploited her child. I also wanted to dive into Perez Hilton, because he's another one that exploits his kids a lot. So I actually had to just stop because I would watch his content, not for him, but for like, if I wanted to know some news of some sort that I wanted to talk about when I had first started my channel. But the way how he exploited his kids, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this anymore. So, but all right, guys, thank you guys for watching this live. Thank you, everyone.